What's good, y'all? Anthony Cordova here. Good morning. And today I wanted to talk about why you keep self-sabotaging. I think the number one answer for why you keep self-sabotaging is that you are not aligned with your truth. You're not aligned with your true purpose. You wear a mask to be validated because of your ego. You hate the thing that you do. You hate anything associated with it. So you procrastinate. You victimize yourself. Maybe you relapse if your vices are strong or you have some sort of vice or addiction. I know all too well when I had my shop before, I absolutely had to pry myself. If I was living at home, which I did for a long time, commuted to work, I would absolutely have to pry myself out of bed to want to go to work every day and do something that at the time I hated my business because I was basically working for free a lot of the time, and I had all these obligations and all these expectations. It's funny because when I go out in public and I run into somebody that I know, they're always like, "Oh, you still painting cars?" Everybody knows me for painting, customization, body work, whatever you want to call it, right? So even still today, every time I go out into public, people will always recognize me. "Hey, Aunt, you still doing cars?" That's the first thing they ask me, you know? And a lot of times, our whole identity is wrapped up in these jobs or this career that we absolutely hate. So we procrastinate. We don't do anything to get us out of that situation. Like right now, me doing this video, hopefully it's resonating with some of you guys, but you know, it's 6 in the morning right now. I'm out here recording a video in my backyard to hopefully one day make YouTube a career and then transition into doing music. Like if you watch my other videos, you'll know that that's, I guess, the plan, right? I mean, I'm kind of just living day by day and trying to make a difference every day, or trying to be a better person every day for myself and my family and everyone that's concerned in my life. You know, we victimize ourselves, or we have victim mentality, and that's another reason that we self-sabotage. So how do we get out of the vicious cycle of self-sabotage? I would say the number one thing is figuring out your values and your purpose. We all have a purpose in life, whether it's to raise healthy children or inspire people to be better or do better in life. But once you figure that out, you take massive action to actualize your plan or your purpose or your goals. You stop victim mentality in your own mind, because you're not a victim. You're powerful. You're not controlled anymore by your parents, or if you are being controlled by somebody, get out of that relationship. Move yourself out of that relationship. I know a lot of people can be stuck in a relationship where the person is narcissistic or their partner is narcissistic in nature, and that's hard. I know I've been in the past with partners that were somewhat narcissistic. I think even I was a narcissist in the past at times because of fear and doubt in my mind on who I was. But realize who you are and take your power back and stop victimizing yourself and stop telling yourself that you're a piece of shit, and take it day by day and start making a plan to get out of whatever it is that, or whatever situation you're in that you're tired of being in, whether that's a career, a relationship, or what have you, and start taking action on that plan. Make a plan and start taking action. I know for me, once I realized what my purpose was, I had written it down and I posted it on a wall in my kitchen that I always walked by. It was like the entranceway to my kitchen, so I could see it every day when I walked in and out of the kitchen, because obviously you have to eat, you have to cook. If you're, at that time I was single, so I would look at it every day, and it went something like, my purpose is to inspire people with my creativity and my music. That was my purpose. And I hadn't even really started music yet at that time, but I knew that I wanted to do music. I wanted to DJ, and that was a huge part in me actualizing my dream and figuring out what I wanted in my life. And I wrote down the goals that I wanted, and step by step I went through and I tried to accomplish everything on a certain timeline. And I did a lot of the things that I wanted to do. I DJ'd for about 2 years in a residency in the town that I live in, and it was a good run. A lot of people loved my music or my selection. I inspired a lot of people in that time, and I still have more to do, a lot more to do. I'm still actualizing my dream. Another thing is, don't be so hard on yourself. Instead of talking down on yourself in your mind, coach yourself and tell yourself, yeah, I might have messed up today or yesterday, but look how long I held out for before I messed up, or look how much good I did before I did this thing that was self-sabotaging. When I had my shop, oh my goodness, I would take in a job, whether it be a small or big job, and I would wait till the last minute because I was a huge procrastinator, because I did not want to do the work. I was so tired of working for basically almost minimum wage all the time, because I wouldn't bid jobs right, and I had too many irons in the fire, and I would procrastinate so bad. I had a couch that I slept on when I was living at the shop in my office, and I would lay on that couch and be like, oh my goodness, I just don't want to go out there and do this right now. And what would happen is the deadlines were still there, so I would end up pulling like 2 all-nighters in a row just to finish a job. I remember specifically one time I got this Rumblebee, those trucks that used to be, it was a Dodge truck. I think it was called a Rumblebee or something like that. Had all that whole body kit on it, but I had to do a repaint on it because the paint was flaking on it, which some of these like late 90s or early 2000s trucks did. So I had it all prepped and everything, but like I had 2 days to finish it, and the customer was gonna come and pick it up. And I remember just pulling 2 all-nighters in a row, sleeping like 2 hours in between. I was so freaking tired, and in my mind I'm thinking, why do I keep doing this to myself? You know, I wait till the last minute because I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm doing it for basically pennies on the dollar. So I'm not creating any revenue really per se. Like, I'm barely getting by every month. Why do I keep doing this? And it was because I wasn't living in my true purpose, and I wasn't living in my truth. What I wasn't doing or even taking small incremental steps to get to where I wanted to be in life. I was just kind of in that loop of, I hate this, I don't want to do this anymore, but I'm stuck. My ego is not going to let me shut this shop down. My ego is not going to let me change careers, because my whole identity is wrapped up in this business, and everybody knows me as the custom car guy. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you're in a relationship that is toxic in nature, even if it comes to family members, I have cut out all my toxic family members from my life, all my toxic friends from my life. I basically have like 1 or 2 friends, and I have acquaintances, obviously, that I know. And family members, I don't even really, I talk to my dad and my sister, but other than that, I can't say that I have relationships with them, because a lot of relationships that I've had are toxic in nature. So if you're in a toxic relationship, get as far away from that as possible, because that will keep all that noise going on in your head and making you think you're not worthy. When we don't feel worthy and we're not living in our truth, we self-sabotage. We drink to get away from the pain, do drugs, have other vices, pornography, overeating or eating unhealthy, not exercising, not taking care of ourselves, and just in that loop of relapse and self-sabotage. So get as far as away from those people as possible, and start actualizing your dream. First, figure out what you want in life, what you really want, what your purpose is, because we all have a purpose. It's already written. If you're spiritual at all, your life is already written. Your best life is already written. So all you have to do is get out of your own way. Stop victimizing yourself. Stop having a victim mentality. You're powerful. You're strong. That's how I'm going to end this video. I hope you're getting some value. If you are, an easy way to support the channel is to hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell. I gotta say that on every video to remind you. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.